Good morning and welcome. As everybody's coming in from the waiting room, please just tell us who you are and where you're from. We always love to see who's on the call. We're really excited to have you guys with us this morning. So this morning is our last tiny take of this year and semester. And so we're going to be covering the Guiding Student Success, integrating the Texas OnCourse College and Career Readiness curriculum into your planning. If you're just logging in now, please say hi in the chat and tell us what your role is and where you're from. It's nice to get to see who's on the line. I'll take us through a quick agenda because today is our tiny take. And as you guys know, those are quick 30-minute sessions. So we want to make sure that we get to all the meat. So we're going to have just quick welcome and introductions. And our very own Jamie Bell is going to give us a live demo of the Texas OnCourse College and Career Curriculum and the implementation guide. And as always, we have some tiny takeaways for you to incorporate now, which is always great to be able to walk away from a session and be able to implement immediately. And then before we move into our Q&A, we are going to cover our Texas OnCourse Academy Spotlight, where you'll find even more resources. My name is Andrea Panter. I'm the Director of Professional Learning and Engagement team here at the CCA, College and Career Advising at the Texas Coordinating Board. Lauren Disher is our Senior Network Coordinator. She's not here with us today, but she's the one that usually hosts a lot of these sessions. And Jared Garza is our Network Marketing Coordinator. He's the one that sends you all the follow-up emails and the promotional emails. So all of that comes from him. And Ari works behind the scene as our intern. And we have our newest member, super excited to have her on board with us, Jasmine Piaz. And she is our new implementation coordinator. So she'll be taking over these next year. So super excited to have you on board. Welcome, Jasmine. And our guest speaker today, as I mentioned, Jamie Bell. She is the mastermind behind creating this implementation guide and curriculum. So we're excited to have her with us to be able to walk through it today.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Andrea.
So before we get started, our mission here at Texas OnCourse is to provide advising professionals with the resources and community they need to deliver exceptional college and career advising to every student. So we keep this at the forefront of our mind and all of the different resources that we create, all of the different programs that we have launched, all of our different tools. We're always having the end in mind that we want our students to have success. So today's session's a little bit different. We typically have these as webinars instead of meetings, but we switched it over to a meeting today because we want to hear from you guys. So that gives you guys the opportunity to take yourself off mute if you want to at some point. And also you can participate in the chat as well. And when you take yourself off mute, I'm talking more for the, like when we have questions and things like that. But right now for this question, you can just answer it in the chat. If you feel like you're more of a beginner, just how would you rate your knowledge level of the Texas OnCourse College and Career Readiness curriculum? So maybe this is the first time you've heard about it. Maybe you've heard about it, but you haven't used it. Maybe intermediate, you've been able to incorporate it into some of your lessons and maybe you've pulled some things from it. Or maybe you feel like you're an expert and you use it all the time, know like the back of your hand, but maybe there's still some other things that you'd like to learn because we do have a lot of new material. So let's see what we're seeing in the chat. We've got some beginners, a lot of intermediate. Great. Awesome. Well, we have a lot to share with you today, so I'm going to go ahead and transfer it over to Jamie, and she will dive right into the curriculum with you guys.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Thank you for being here today and to get to talk about my favorite thing, the Texas OnCourse College and Career Readiness curriculum. I've been working on this since about summer of 2018, so it's been a while and I enjoy it. I love seeing all the intermediates. We used to get way more beginners, now we're getting more intermediate. That's amazing. It is due for a refresh, which will likely happen this summer, so it'll be new, but don't worry, all the links will stay the same. It's all back-end stuff that will get updated, but we can go to the next slide. Just for A little refresher. The college and career readiness curriculum can be taught for any of the following ways: career and college exploration courses, advisory. You can embed it into core content. It's really easy to customize the way the lesson plans are set up. The procedures are chunked really well to be able to pull what you want or implement as a whole. It's their seventh and eighth grade teak specifically, but it's great for sixth, seventh, and eighth. I would even say ninth and tenth as well. Um, and it can be taught semester long or year long. It is a very robust curriculum with a lot of lessons that could cover a full course. Next. The main units we have envisioning success, a lot to do with self-discovery, um, awareness, a lot of those inter and intrapersonal skills. Development, because we know at those middle ages, those kiddos are starting to realize their own sense of self, and they need to understand how they operate before they can go on to think about what kind of career am I interested in. Unit 2 is career pathways, ways to navigate through careers. The main emphasis here is you don't have to decide right now. And if you do decide, it's flexible. Unit 3 is post-secondary education readiness, getting, typically called college readiness, but really we're wanting to lean towards that. What education fits your career path? And it's not always college. Unit 4, getting ready for next steps. That goes back to high school, getting ready for setting up their graduation plan, choosing endorsement, um, and so forth. Next. I have here a screenshot of the scope and sequence that is in the curriculum. It is a very streamlined flow. There is an appendix with additional lessons as well, but this is just a high level one-page overview. It's clickable, easy to navigate in the table of contents. We also have accompanied student modules that follow the curriculum pretty faithfully. So it's great for asynchronous learning and to provide students supplemental things that they can look at home. These links are free to access. They don't have to, have a specific software or app. It is just click on the link and it pops up in their browser and they click through it. Next. Here's a screenshot. These are the lesson plans. This is the very first one, college and career readiness. There's a quick overview, estimated time, materials, alignment with different standards. So we have TEKS, cross-disciplinary, as well as the student competencies for success. Really have to enunciate that one. We have the understanding by design model for this curriculum. If you're familiar with Wiggins and Ty and McWiggins, um, that that's set up there in the middle. It's basically everything you need to be able to hand over to an administrator to show them what it is you're covering for a lesson. We have procedure as well as lesson extensions, formative assessments, reflective questions, differentiation for and additional supports, all within the lesson plan itself. So you just grab it out of the box and implement it. Next. And brand new, Jared is driving this for me, which is wonderful. But brand new, we just created an implementation guide to accompany the curriculum. This is additional materials if you have a teacher who is brand new to their position in within college and career readiness or has been charged with, implementing college and career readiness on the campus, or you're a counselor who needs to start kind of handing over some ideas to teachers to implement in core courses. This implementation guide, I think, is a great uh, precursor to the curriculum. So Jared's going to show you the table of contents just so you get an idea of what's in this guide. Again, this is free. And the links will be provided to you guys. But the purpose of the guide, a legislative snapshot, we have why college and career readiness curriculum matters, how it's designed, kind of the whole pedagogy of it. And then we have curriculum planning, college and career readiness planning at a glance. Plus an appendix, which is a one-stop shop. I saw a lot of people here who definitely are here for resources. That appendix of this implementation guide has all the, or most of the college and career advising resources that you need. So we can go down to the next part. I wanted to just stop and show you guys the legislative snapshot. When you implement, yes, the PLE team, y'all are in such good hands. They always have great resource documents that they share at the end of every webinar or tiny take or anything in a follow-up email. So you're not going to miss anything. But the legislative snapshot, these are all the House bills, legislation. We've really simplified the complex, given it each one their main focus and how it applies to you in college and career readiness, as well as what within the curriculum aligns and fulfills that piece of legislation. So if you're trying to convince a PTA for funding or let your administrator know that they need to fund you getting this implemented or time for planning, this legislative snapshot is a great thing to show them that, having time to work through and implement this curriculum will allow you to address all of these legislative requirements. We'll go down to the next one. Again, we have more explainers for administration with the next 2 pages, but we'll skip through those. Um, and then also have an explainer of how it's designed if you're interested in that. If you have a new teacher, they will be interested in this page as well, but we'll go through that. Let's talk about the ways that the curriculum can be used. We've set up a quick one-pager. Our instructional design team did an amazing job putting this together of just how it looks. But the implementation models, there are many ways that college and career advising gets done on a campus, and we know it changes campus to campus. So we wanted to just kind of quickly snapshot what we think works for the college and career advising curriculum. Um, what are the different models? Standalone course? Are you doing it through advisory and enrichment? Are you doing it as a supplemental to a course like Avid? Or are you putting it in through semester-long non-college and career readiness course or year-long non-college and career readiness courses? So we put some key considerations, what emphasizes and kind of focuses your planning. And next. So we have some plug and play plans here. What we think would work well if you use the various models, again, an extension of the scope and sequence. But if you have less than a semester, like through advisory or enrichment, what are your focuses? And we provided a list of suggested lesson sequences here. So, what are the main lessons you should hit? If you have any more than, like if you have a full year or it's paired with another college and career advising course, we suggest using the scope and sequence that's in the curriculum, but we wanted to provide some more focused scope and sequences in the implementation guide. Next. And outside of just the curriculum, we wanted to focus on college and career readiness instruction. So it's really important that that can be done in many different ways. And if you are having to show some sort of fidelity of implementation or how am I addressing these college and career readiness skills, there are ways to spotlight it using the curriculum that we've created, which again is free, you know, charged by the state, it, but it can be done in core courses as well. So, for example, we have a lesson called My Vision. Students create a short-term goal for the week. The college and career readiness skills are goal setting, time management, and self-reflection. But in something like a science class, students create a graph using data collection during lab investigation. Um, they are working on data analysis, um, work habits, problem solving, and reasoning. So these skills are everywhere, and it's important for that to be whether or not you send this out in an email to the teachers, like, hey, you can bring up these skills during your graphing lesson. You know, math and science teachers, or I think even history teachers will do graphing sometimes. Um, the curriculum you can download from the website, just saw that question in the chat. You can get a copy of it free on the Texas OnCourse website. It will also be in the follow-up email that Jared will send. So all links will be provided to all of this. So just some key takeaways there, if you want to scroll down. But let's say you want to have a counselor corner where you send out some micro learning suggestions. These are some college and career readiness skills or concepts that you can highlight along with the suggested activity and a reflection question. Send those out to your teachers, and you know that you are addressing those college and career readiness needs. But we made a micro learning cheat sheet there. And now just to look, again, we said this is a one-stop shop in the implementation guide of everything that will support you. So we have the college and career readiness scope and sequence. We have My Texas Future links here with the toolkits as well as the link to My Texas Future itself. Great set of resources for students, families, and the toolkits are really well put together to help you guys implement quickly. We, of course, have the Texas OnCourse Academy, an amazing place. Each module itself, which I'll talk about in a little bit more, is chock full of resources. Um, Things to share up with the high school counselors. We have Ask Advi, an amazing online chatbot or for advising purposes. I saw we have one of our Advi advisors in this meeting. They are a wonderful group of advisors who create the scripts and responses for the chatbot. We have financial aid toolkits for counselors and advisors, as well as for families. All this stuff has been created for you, and it's amazing. We're gonna move on quickly to the to just talk about what modules we have specifically for middle school, and specifically that contain the suggestions from the uh, college and career readiness curriculum. Oh, we have a Q&A first, sorry. Any questions so far? I should probably pause and breathe.
And again, you guys can come off mute if you'd like to. That's one
Yes.
of the perks of being in a meeting. Love that. So if you want to come off mute, you can to ask your question, or you can put it in the chat as well. All right. So maybe not any
Not any yet. That's okay.
yet.
This is a lot of materials and resources to access, so I get it. It's probably time to sit with it. You can always find my email and send me a question. But next slide, I think we can go. Um, So the tiny takeaways for the curriculum are lessons are aligned with college and career skills and TEKS, student-centered activities and discussion. There are multiple ways to implement it, and we've now have our college and career readiness micro-learning cheat sheet within the new implementation guide. It's all there for you guys. Thanks. Just to quickly spotlight, we do have middle school focused modules. We have specifically 7 of them. We have a self-discovery and assessments, career explorations, extracurricular and work-based learning, individual student planning. That one goes a lot into the, oh, I knew my brain was going to forget it. The ICAP, and then we have our graduation requirement module, advanced academies and, or sorry, advanced academics and fundamentals of financial aid and literacy. All of these have student, yes, this is perfect, student resources built for students, a fun way to talk about the 4 archetypes in middle school, to talk about self-awareness. So how do they use their own sense of self-awareness? Fun way to talk about that with students. That's in the academy, in the self-discovery and assessments module next. We also have in our exploring career pathways and work-based learning modules, building a career pathway, a student resource that walks students through what is a career pathway and how do I build one. Next. And those are here within the Exploring Career Pathways module. The modules are set up and those downloadable resources for students are in there as well. Next. And that is my portion. Man, a tiny take really is tiny. There's so
It goes
much
by
there
so
for you
fast.
guys. There's so much there for you guys, but and so I hope that you're really able to dig into the resources that we have for you. And I'm going to turn it over to Andrea, I think.
Yes, thank you so much, Jamie, and thank you for
Mhm.
sharing a lot of those amazing resources that we have in the can at the Academy. And so, what we've heard from our network is that you all would like to collaborate with other educators across Texas. So we created the Texas OnCourse Academy Learning Community, which is a very exciting new initiative that we just launched this past January. So it's still new, still growing. I saw a few of our members from the learning community here in the session. So good morning and thank you for being a part of our launch and development. It's great to see you guys participating in the discussion board and sharing resources with each other. So we created the Academy Learning Community for educators like yourself to just be able to connect, collaborate, and grow collectively. So this space is designed for all educators, whether you're new to the Texas OnCourse Academy or a seasoned user. Our goal is really just to empower you and to foster that exchange of all your valuable insights, and of course, to support our students and their post-secondary journeys. We've had a lot of amazing, exciting, insightful discussions over just the last few months. So definitely worth checking out if you're interested. A little bit more about the Academy. Every month, we focus on a different theme. So this month, April, we focused on building and delivering an effective advising program. So each month, we also, in addition to our discussion board, we also have a spotlight session. So we are able to go into different breakout rooms where the members are able to move around, share best practices. Our next one's going to be on May 7th. Where you'll have our spotlight for May is Summer Melt, which, that's coming and it's real for everyone. So we have some great resources that we're going to share with you guys all pertaining to Summer Melt. So if you are interested in joining, there's a quick QR code there. But we're also curious how, just from a quick little overview of the Academy Learning Community, and you can come off mute to answer this question, or you can put it in the chat. How do you think that the Academy Learning Community could help you in your current position? Or is it already helping you in your current position for those of you that are on the line that have actually been participating, which I'd love to hear from anyone and everyone. But also the QR code is just if you're interested in joining, want to check it out, that's how you sign up. All right. Well, if you want to share later or join, please feel free to do that. And we'll also send you a QR code to join for the Academy Learning Community as well in our resource document. We do, I know today's our last tiny take, but we do have one more professional learning webinar. It's on May 12th. This one's extra special because we get to honor all of our My Texas Future Schools of Excellence for the 2025-2026 school year. We were just going to have one high school and one middle school, but our two high schools were neck and neck, and these were just our schools that just went above and beyond to incorporate My Texas Future into their curriculums on their campus, share with their students and families on how to get them engaged, and had a lot of engagement across the board on their campuses. So we're excited to acknowledge them. And if you aren't familiar with what My Texas Future is, this will be a good opportunity for you to learn about what My Texas Future is, as well as help us celebrate our schools of excellence. And we've got a few minutes left. Okay, just two. That's great. These are tiny takes. So we would love your feedback. This is only 5 questions. And again, if you have any questions for us right now, please ask them. If not, you can always send an email to us afterwards. But there's one question on this feedback form that I really want to hear from you guys on, and that is 30 minutes enough for you guys to get some good, valuable information from us? Or do you feel like you need more time? What do you prefer? Because we're we're in the works of planning for all of our sessions for next year, and we want to build these sessions around you and what works the best for you, your schedule, as well as what you need from us. How can we tailor it to you? So if you don't answer any of the other questions on there, please answer that one for us. And Jared just dropped the link in the chat as well. Thank you, Jared. All right, well, we've got another minute if we've got any questions. Are y'all excited to use the curriculum? I love the curriculum, Jamie. I think you do a wonderful job every time. She just continues to build and build on it. Thank you, Marquise. He said, I think that the Learning Academy creates great space for discussion with many educators, and it really dives into what works best for others. It really helped me expand my ideas. Appreciate that. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. As always, it's great to communicate with you guys and be able to share resources with you and hear from you. So we look forward to seeing you next time.